Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. What? You're my favorite. I like that. Is that new? It is new. Hi, everybody. There's Friday. That's what Friday looks like. Oh, yes. Hello. Welcome. Cheers. I know. Pour my water like a flight attendant. Welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome aboard. Hi. Hello. Thank you very much. Have a seat. Welcome to Friday. We are thrilled that y'all are here. We are thrilled that you're here. I'm wearing Gophers burgundy today. So yeah, maroon, Gophers maroon. I was gonna wear pinstripes, but I thought maybe not. And if you follow, thank you. If you follow me on social media, you get that joke. Don't engage, Jason, don't engage. Ladies and gentlemen, she's not wearing pinstripes either. Say hello to my sister from another mister, Miss Kendall, everybody.
Good morning.
Right now, everyone's going to my Instagram account to figure out what I'm talking about. That's it. Just search for Jason Matheson and it will all make sense. Anyway, How you doing?
Good, I love Fridays. And Santa's here.
I know, Santa's in the audience. Santa Claus.
It's very exciting.
No, other side, right there. Santa's very obvious. It's very obvious. Look, kids, here we go. Santa's right there.
That's so cool.
And then Aaron goes, Jason, Santa brought you a gift. And I said, well, yeah, I've been good this year, so, you know.
Duh.
Well, yeah, hello. But we do have some naughty kids in the audience. Because producer Jeff comes back to me behind the scene. And I can always gauge the audience. I talk about this a lot. I talk about how, okay, I can tell if the audience is going to be festive. They're going to be, and by the way, I don't have to worry about these people.
No.
I mean, these are fantastic. So Jeff comes over to me and he goes, Jace, we have some troublemakers in the audience today. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, you know who you are. So before security's here, before Erin starts her Erin starts her little spiel, those criminals right there, they're crawling all over our furniture. They're taking pictures. And Erin hasn't even done the flight attendant crap of like exits are behind you and in front of you. And Jeff goes, girl, they were working the set. Like they were sitting over here, they were over there. Anyway, so I don't know about you, Kendall, but I think for the rest of this segment, they should just sit up there for the rest of the show. Come on down. Come on. Is she guilty too? Come here, you're guilty too. Come on down. Watch the stairs, watch the stairs, watch the stairs. Come on down, we're going over here. Yeah, right there. Okay, so just sit there for the rest of this segment. There we go. There we go. I'm just gonna sit him right up there. There we go. Yeah. Oh, there's another criminal? There's one more we forgot? Well, we only have, you have to stay there. You have to stay there. We only have 2 chairs on the set anyway. Maybe next season we'll get a 3rd chair. Yeah, anyway. Hey, I don't want to bring the party down right away, but I want to get this, I want to do this, and I know Kendall does too. We want to send love to our friends at the zoo there in Duluth. If you guys remember, we were there back in July, and we did a variety of stories, and one of our favorites when we went to visit the zoo was Kendall fell in love with Lana the tiger. And it was Kendall's good. There we are right there with Lana. Well, I have 15 years old, and we have really sad news. They let us know last night that Lana passed away yesterday. Yeah, she died of, there we are, she died of liver disease. And
again.
I know, and Kendall, poor Kendall Kendall fell in love with this tiger. I know. Kendall fell in love with this tiger, and
did.
executive producer Jeff had to deliver the news to Kendall yesterday. So we want to send love. We met the zookeepers. We met the people that take care of Lana, and I know that they are hurting today. I know their hearts are heavy. So Kendall and I and our whole crew, because we really got to know them, we want to say we love you, and we're very sorry today. We're very, very sorry. Yeah. So I know. It's all I know.
I know, it's so pathetic.
No, it's not pathetic. You're an
Oh
animal
my gosh,
lover.
I cried in the most inappropriate moment.
That's not inappropriate. You're an animal lover, and Lana's a beautiful animal that the folks there at the Duluth Zoo took really good care of, and so we're sending our love. Now let's turn the page, everybody. Grab a spoon. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. First up, it's the most public feud in entertainment right now, Taylor Swift versus Scooter Braun. Now, he's a record executive who bought the rights to Taylor's old music. Now, she claims he's holding... Okay, if you saw something fly across the screen, that was Schwab throwing Kleenex to Kendall. Schwab, we're on the air, Schwab. Taylor claims he's holding her hostage, and she's unleashed all of her Swifties after him. Well, for the first time, Scooter has responded in a Q&A with Variety. Look at this.
There's a lot of things being said and a lot of different opinions, yet the principals haven't had a chance to speak to each other. There's a lot of confusion, and I think that I'm not going to go into details here because it's just not my style. I just think we live in a time of toxic division and people thinking that social media is the appropriate place to air out on each other and not have conversations. And I don't like politicians doing it. I don't like anybody doing it. And I'm just, if that means that I got to be the bad guy longer, I'll be the bad guy longer, but I'm not going to participate. What I'll say is I think people need to communicate. And when people are able to communicate, I think they work things out.
Look, it sounds good in theory, and I believe in all that. I think part of the problem is people are speaking to each other on social media and not to each other. I agree with it on principle. But here's the problem. According to Taylor, the reason she's putting it out publicly is they've had closed-door meetings, and they've treated her like crap. I mean, that's the problem. So she needed to put it publicly because they tried to settle it privately, and it didn't work out. They treated her bad. So she went public. I mean, you can't blame her. I don't like the whole social media and people threatening record executives over music. That seems ridiculous to me. I think people are taking it 80 steps too far. But Scooter, good. I like your sentiment, but actually put it into play if you're going to say that.
Right.
Yeah.
Talk the talk, walk the walk.
Walk the walk, yeah.
No, and wasn't it him, speaking of social media, isn't he the one with Justin Bieber and Kanye way back in the day? Wasn't he in some photo with them making fun of Taylor?
Yeah. And again,
so, I mean, like, come on, bro. You can't say that. And
well,
then
for
be
that,
like
I will say, I mean, that was years ago, and people do change. We've all done stuff that we regret on social media.
His name's Scooter.
I know, but heck. Girl. I just can't. Look, it's Sandy in leather Tuscadero over there. I love it. Now, all eyes turn to the American Music Awards this weekend, where Taylor's going to perform, and she'll also accept the award for Artist of the Decade. She claims Scooter was preventing her from singing her old music, but odds makers think that she'll perform them anyway. Let me tell you right now, you know who's very happy, and we're going to move on? ABC. Because the ratings for that telecast is going to be higher than they've been in 10 years. Yeah. Next on the dish, it's a real-life soap opera for Days of Our Lives. After production released all of the actors from their contracts about a week ago, I come with good news. The show has been renewed for a 56th season. Yeah. Yes. Days of Our Lives debuted back in 1965 and has run more than 13,000 episodes. It will go on hiatus at the end of this month, meaning they're going to stop taping. But Days has enough episodes in the can to last until next summer. Many speculated, as did we, the move to release the actors from their contracts was a way to cut back on costs. I still think that's the case because now, yay, 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 great news, the show's coming back. Here's the bad news for the actors. They're now, as we speak, going back to the actors saying, well, we need to sign you to a new contract. Oh, this is what you were making in 2019? Well, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to pay you this for in 20. You know what I mean?
Right.
It just seems, it just like no one cries for actors, but I'm saying it just rings a little unfair to me, especially for legacy actors that have been on that show for decades. It seems a little insulting that you're going to cut their pay by like 80%. You know what I mean? When they have literally given decades of their career to you.
Right.
It's not, you know what I mean? It's not a great way to show employee value, in my humble opinion.
I'm curious of the legal ramifications if they do that. You know, I mean, I don't know what their contracts look like, but if you've been on the show for a couple decades and they reduce your pay by like 80%, I'm still holding this Kleenex.
That's right,
by like 80%.
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be some sort of something they can do.
I doubt it.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, you've seen like our contract. I mean, the contracts for these entertainment companies
Are
they're
insane.
ironclad. I mean, they really are. So unfortunately, I think the actors are either going to have to come back or take another job. And for a lot of these actors, this has been their bread and butter since the 70s. So
Right.
you know what I mean? I wish them the best, and for all of you, because I have rarely gotten the reaction from a story the way that I've gotten the reaction from the Days of Our Lives story. I've had 3 women now come up to me at my other jobs. This one woman said, "I love you, but you ruined my day last week." And I said, "What?" And I'm like, "No, I'm in the job of making it happy." She goes, "When you told me days might be canceled." She goes, "I've been watching it since I was 15. I said, "Believe me, I get it. Hashtag Knots Landing." We'll be back, everybody. Stay with us. Back after this. Coming up next, a special hour, a really fun hour. The Jason Show staff is helping you with your Thanksgiving feast, showing you how to make some of our favorites. First up, I'll show you the dish that makes me very popular on Turkey Day, Patti LaBelle's Over the Rainbow Mac and Cheese. Then executive producer Jeff whips up his sweet potatoes and promises, even if you don't like them, you'll like these.
Let's review your process again.
Well, producer Ted is going to take us shopping with wine diva Leslie Miller to pick out the oh-so-perfect bottle of wine. And Kendall's bringing the sweet with a great item for breakfast the next morning. That's all coming up, so stay right there.
Look at that shirt is insane.
You maintain that between dress rehearsal and air that I went and put a tighter shirt on.
I think you did, didn't you?
I thought it just I thought I just put a little more mustard into it, and then it hiked up.
Is that right?
But you thought I put a tighter shirt on? You think?
I thought you did because this doesn't even feel like a shirt should.
So I go to see Christopher Walken years later in a play. I say hello to him backstage, and he's like, "You know, you've ruined my life."
What?
People during the curtain call bring cowbells and ring them. The other day I went for an Italian food lunch, and the waiter asked if I wanted more cowbell with my pasta bolognese.
Perfect. The great Will Ferrell with Fallon talking about the iconic cowbell sketch. Will, by the way, is out promoting things because he's promoting his hosting gig on SNL this weekend. Now, before we continue with the hot dish, Aaron Schwab, you remember the 2 ladies I had sit right there? They're sisters, and they were criminals because they broke into our set early. They broke into our set early, climbing over things, so I made them sit here through the first segment. Now, we found out that there's a third sister. And we found out, and Aaron told me that the third sister, in heartbreaking updates, they left that poor woman at the zoo when she was a kid. And they just found her this week. So, I didn't, because we only have two chairs up there. I left the zoo sister alone, but we have to correct that. So Evan, come on out. Come on out, Evan. Evan, our floor director, is going to bring the Oprah chair right there. So, Erin, will you show her over here, please? We're going to have her. I mean, watch the cord. Come over here. That's our Oprah Winfrey Show chair right there. There we go. Enjoy that. We'll get you. There we go. Oh, hold on a minute. We got a mug for you. There we go. There we go.
Nothing.
We don't have anything in it, but we'll get that for you a little bit later. We'll get Kendall will get the mini bar over to you a little bit later.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Tequila sunrises.
I know. What's your name? Rita. This is Rita, everybody. This is Rita. That's our Oprah Winfrey Show chair. Next in the dish, heartbreaking news from the world of fashion. The Victoria's Secret fashion show has been canceled.
I'm crying again.
Parent company L Brands announced the show was officially canceled. It had become a holiday staple at Ted's house since 1995. But the company says they never saw a material impact from the show, meaning their sales didn't go up. The show peaked in viewership in 2013 with nearly 10 million viewers. But last year, they saw a third of that, less than a third of that in the ratings. Here's the deal. It was of its time. It was hit back in the 90s. But now, here's Vicky has a secret. Nobody cares anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah, nobody cares. Here's a secret, Vicky. What? Do you like Vicky's secrets?
Uh-huh.
Well, good. I mean, I'm just saying. The show, though, don't sit there and tell me.
Oh, girl, I used to have, when it came out on Tuesdays, we would all get together and drink wine and eat cheese and feel bad about ourselves, and we would watch it on repeat.
Okay.
It was like, I'm not going to Thanksgiving this year. I'm actually not eating at Christmas this year. And then it'd be like, anybody wants more marshmallows?
Yeah, I know. Obviously not a show in my realm of interest. Yeah.
Oh, it's odd. That
And
could have changed the game.
always right about now, I think of some woman sitting in her house going, Harold, I think that was a gay joke. Yeah. That young man.
No.
Holy crap. Rita, I'm gay if you didn't know. I know, yeah. I'm gay, Rita. Yeah. I didn't know. Shocking, isn't it? I know.
I had no idea, Harold.
Next in the dish, the third season of The Crown just dropped on Netflix, and it features a whole new cast. But listen, and this season just dropped. I just want everyone to be crystal clear about this. But already, we're learning who could be the next queen for season 5. But this is good news. The Daily Mail is reporting that Imelda Staunton will play Queen Elizabeth. Now, if she looks familiar, it's because she played Dolores Umbridge in the Harry Potter movies. And she was in the Downton Abbey movie, too, as Lady Bagshaw. Now, look, Netflix isn't confirming the news. They say they're busy filming season 4, and they haven't even renewed the season yet for 5. But let's be honest, they're going to renew it, and she is going to be fantastic, because by then the queen will be, into the 80s and 90s.
She scares me.
Yeah. Who?
She scares me.
Dolores Umbridge is one of my favorite Harry Potter characters.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hate her.
She was so good with those cats and the plates and her pink little cardigan. Yeah.
And she'd be like,
Yep. Oh, that's a good imitation of Umbridge. Yeah. That's good. Well, with less than a week to go until Thanksgiving, odds are you'll be hitting up the grocery store this weekend to buy ingredients for your feast. And if you need some ideas on what to make for your Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving, we want to help. The Jason Show team is helping you out for the rest of the show. Here's what we're going to do. All of us are going to be sharing a dish that we love, that we like to make, from side dishes to breakfast the next morning to drinks. I'm up first with the mac and cheese that everyone loves when I bring it. Disclaimer, I can't take credit for it. This is the Over the Rainbow mac and cheese by the great Patti LaBelle. Look at this. That's right. Oprah and Patti are watching me begin making Patti LaBelle's Over the Rainbow mac and cheese. Boil a pound of elbow pasta with some salt in that water and a tablespoon of vegetable oil for about 7 minutes. Next, melt 8 tablespoons of butter, that's a lot, and mix it into the drained macaroni that you put back into the pot. Mix the butter around. Look how pretty that is. Now in a large bowl, mix a half a cup of Munster, a half a cup of Monterey Jack, and then a half a cup of Sharp and a half a cup of mild cheddar. Mix that up in a bowl. Are you ready for this? The next step, add 2 cups of half and half and 2 large beaten eggs, already in there right now. Add that to the macaroni. Dexter, are you helping me? Good boy. Well, I do need help because now we need to add a cup of cubed Velveeta. There's that shredded cheese we mixed. You dump the Velveeta into the macaroni. I promise, we're almost to the pan. Okay, stirring that all up. Make sure it's all good and stirred up because we're getting ready to actually add it to the pan. I promise there's no more cheese. Well, actually, there might be a little bit more. We have now transferred the mixture into a 2.5 quart baking dish, but whatever baking dish you can use. You know, a nice thick one. Then we put a little more cheese on the top. Again, the boys are waiting. We put it in the oven at 350 for about 35 minutes. Right, Bubs? We ready to bake it? I'm such a child. I can't. Oh, I can't. Oh, I want to look at it, but I don't. There's a little bit. Oh. So the timer went off. It is time to see it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, here it is. I think Miss Patti would be pleased. There is the over the rainbow mac and cheese after 35 minutes. Nice and bubbly down there. Look at that golden top. Creamy, delicious. Hope you're proud, Miss Patti. I hope you are proud. We'll put that on Facebook a little bit later. Okay, so here it is. Here's the pan of it. Really good. So Schwabi and Kendall come over here. We'll give some to Rita, too, in a little bit. Rita, we got to put her to work. She's here. I mean, you know. There we go. Now, keep in mind, this is reheated. I mean, it's better right from the...
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yes, go ahead. How is it? Now, remember, it's like 80 cheeses and Velveeta and half and half. Is it good?
Yeah, it's so good.
There we go. Kendall?
I love it. I put Frank's all over it.
What's Frank? Oh, hot sauce?
I love hot sauce.
I know, but...
I don't want to put
This is a compliment, Jason.
I know, but it's good, isn't it? It's...
You guys, this is like mac and cheese crack.
Yeah, it is so... Now, again, it ain't light in calories. I mean, I put eggs, half and half.
What do you mean?
80 cheeses, but yeah. Oh, keep eating. I love that you guys... Yeah. It's really good to bring to your family. Thank you, Miss Patti. Okay, ladies, thank you. We got to get some for... Let's get some to Rita. Take that to Rita. Take that to Rita. There we go. Bye, sweetie. Still ahead, everybody. It's a staff Thanksgiving dinner. Next up, executive producer Jeff shows us how to make sweet potatoes, and he promises you'll like them even if you don't normally eat sweet potatoes. And then, producer Ted takes us wine shopping again, but this time, he's going with an expert, our wine diva. Let's see what trouble they get into when we continue. Back in a moment, everybody. Give it up for Rita. Thank you, sweetheart. Welcome back. Wow. Today, the Jason Show staff is sharing their favorite recipes for Thanksgiving side dishes and more. As you just saw, I made the mac and cheese, and now let's talk potatoes. Mashed potatoes are a no-brainer. Actually, they're hard to do. You can mess them up. But sweet potatoes can be very divisive. Some people love the sweet potatoes with sticking marshmallows on top. Others avoid them at all costs. Here to make a sweet, savory potato option is our dear leader, executive producer, Jeff Orcutt, everybody.
Dear leader.
Dear leader. Kim Jong Orchid.
Now,
Yeah.
are you a marshmallow sweet potato person?
I am not.
I'm not either.
I'm not either. And you know this. I don't like overly sweet things. I say it all the time, and you laugh at me.
So
but yeah.
I found this recipe. There's a guy I follow. He's the food editor on People Magazine.
Oh, that's okay. That's the guy.
So
Yeah,
people.com. He makes all those viral dishes that you see. You're like, who would make that? He makes it.
Okay.
Well, he made these sweet potatoes because he hates the sweet potatoes as well.
Okay.
And I made them a couple weekends ago, and they're fantastic.
You made them a couple weekends ago for the first time?
Yeah.
Okay. How many? Now we have a.
Okay.
Leo, go and put these are all of the ingredients.
5 ingredients.
5. That's it.
Yep.
That's
so you need sweet potatoes.
Okay.
Butter.
Okay.
We're gonna brown that, but I'll show you how.
Okay.
Cajun seasoning or seasoning salt. Boursin cheese.
Don't even know what that is.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Salt and pepper. That's
Got
it.
it.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you start by boiling your sweet potatoes.
Okay.
Now you can cut these in half without peeling them and boil them for 25 minutes or so, and then squish out the insides when they're done. Or if you're
peel 'em.
if you're a little OCD like me, I like to peel them and make sure they're all clean.
Shocking.
And then we have a picture of I boil them, I cube them up like you do mashed potatoes, and I boil them just like that.
Oh, okay.
That's my house, Jason.
Is that your house? Oh,
You've never been there.
I've never been invited to your house. Is that what it looks like?
Well,
great.
when you have 4 jobs, it's hard to get out.
It's very hard, yeah.
So then, okay, so you boil the sweet potatoes for 25 minutes
Yeah.
until they're tender. Put a fork in them, make
Okay.
sure they're tender. Then comes the best part,
Okay.
the butter.
The butter. And again, that's a lot. How much butter did you put?
No, relax.
Okay,
Just calm
I know.
down. It's Thanksgiving.
I know. I'm not. I love it.
Listen, mac and cheese.
I
It's,
know.
you
I'm just saying.
So
This is every day of my life. This. Back and forth. Yeah.
10 tablespoons. Now that's a lot. I know.
No,
so
it's-
I just did 1 stick today. Now, browning butter. Have you ever browned butter?
I do, but I'm not good at it. I always end up burning it. Not
I
browning
used to
it.
be afraid to do it
Yeah.
until I just chilled out, put
Yeah.
on a little music. So, put it on medium heat for like 6 to 8 minutes.
Okay.
It's gonna start foaming and you're gonna freak out. Don't freak out.
Don't freak out at the foam.
Right after the foam comes the goodness.
Okay.
You want it to see how brown it is? Smell that.
I smell it.
Smells nutty,
It
right?
It smells nutty.
You want it to be nutty, brown, and delicious.
Okay.
All right.
You're already thinking of the joke I want to make. Yeah.
Okay, next. So we have our sweet potatoes, we have our brown butter. That's 2 ingredients.
Yes.
Next comes the boursin.
Well, I've never heard
Well,
of
actually, before we get to that, after the brown butter is done,
Yeah.
I put in some seasoning. Now, you can
Into the
use,
butter.
Yep, Cajun seasoning is delicious.
Yeah.
You can also use seasoning salt. We all have that. All
Yeah.
right. So I'm just going to throw some in.
Got it.
About 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
I like it a little spicy.
I do
'cause
too.
Matches my personality. so
Exactly, yeah.
I put in a little extra.
Do you have any lemon to make it bitter too?
Oh.
That was for the control room, everybody. That was.
Don't worry, it'll be in your review.
Oh!
Okay. Now let's talk. This cheese is life-changing.
Boursin?
You've never heard of this?
I've never heard of this.
Okay, you'll find it in sometimes the specialty cheese aisle, but you can find it on sale. It's like $5 for that, but it's totally worth it.
$5 Boursin, everybody. Boursin, okay?
Or there's like Alouette, but you can want to make sure you get the garlic and herb because there's like 5 different flavors.
Got it.
Right? I did half of it. For if you do the whole recipe, do the full thing.
Got it.
But I did 2 versions here.
Okay.
So I cut it in half. Then we're gonna assemble. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm actually really excited about this, yeah.
Put your sweet potatoes in a bowl.
Okay, put them in a bowl.
Put in almost all that delicious, nutty brown butter.
Almost all. Do you save a little bit?
Almost. Save
Okay.
a little bit, and I'll tell you why.
I noticed that, okay.
And then
Yeah,
put in the cheese.
yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Okay,
Little salt and pepper.
got it. We're getting the 1 minute, so you may need to... Okay. Oh, okay, let me compliment you already. That already smells
Okay,
fantastic.
we got 1 minute. We gotta go.
We got it, yeah.
And then get your hand blender.
Yeah,
Sorry, it's noisy. Talk amongst yourselves.
yeah. So you get the hand blender and beat it until what texture, Jeff?
Light and fluffy.
Light, so beat it until it's light and fluffy. Don't kill it, but, oh, I'm not kidding. That smells amazing.
I'm telling you.
I can't even, Jeff, I really can't even describe the smell.
know.
It's like it is a brown butter, but that cheese adds I'm getting a little.
All right, I don't want to keep doing that because it's loud and annoying.
Yeah.
But you want the consistency to be light and fluffy like mashed potatoes. Now, you can be done and serve it up.
Yeah.
What I like to do when I serve it up, pour a little extra brown butter on top.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay, or add an egg.
Right here.
Blend up the egg, mix panko breadcrumbs. They're Japanese breadcrumbs, they get crunchy. And some pecans. Put the egg in there, put that on top, put it in the oven, mix that with the extra brown butter.
Done.
Now,
Do I have some? Yeah, because we gotta go. I'm getting the wrap.
Sorry, it's not very delicate.
I don't care.
Just try a little bit.
I've only said this 7 times in our 20-year friendship. You are right.
Delicious. Okay, wrap it up.
I know we have to go. Give it up for executive producer Jeff, everybody. This recipe and the others on today's show will be posted on our YouTube and Facebook page a little bit later. Give us a minute. Don't email us right now. Just search for Jason Show TV. We'll get it up as soon as humanly possible. Still ahead, Leslie Miller and producer Ted go wine shopping to see who has better taste. We'll be right back. Seriously. Welcome back. I'm not kidding. Let me just say real quick before we get to the next one. Those sweet potatoes by Jeff, y'all need to make that today. It is really good. Yeah. Our special hot dish show, literally a hot dish, continues right now. Producer Ted apparently doesn't make anything for Thanksgiving. Instead, in his family, he's known to bring the booze. And since he has a very unique way of picking out wine, we thought that he should go shopping with our wine diva, Leslie Miller. Look at this.
Last year I showed you my strategy, how I pick out wine. It was a little controversial. I stand by it. It's never failed me. But we've classed things up a little bit and we're gonna take it against the expert. Of course we're gonna buy wine with Leslie. The wine diva, you described my method of buying wine as what?
That would be crap, Ted.
Oh, okay then.
Let's really review your process. Should we go over it?
Sure. So
All right.
basically what happens is you go through the entire liquor store and you look for whatever is almost out.
Ooh, problematic. The wine could just be simply out of stock, right? Not because it's popular.
Or it could be popular.
And who's it popular by the way? The price point, the label. Are you picking it according to perhaps a unicorn on the label?
Ooh, this one does have a unicorn. Or just it's really good and it's almost gonna be sold out. So we're gonna put her method and my method to the test.
Perfect.
And we're gonna put it into the expert's mouth.
Love it.
Blind taste test.
My strategy is number 1, find a retail store that actually performs tasting so you could sample the wines before you buy them. So the second tip, Ted, would be to actually find somebody in the store that purchased the wine for the retail store. Most likely, they know everything about all of the bottles that are actually here on the shelf.
Ah, like the label science.
Label science?
It looks good, it must be good. Ooh, this one has a gnome.
So tip number 3 would be to actually try and describe your palate in 3 words. Not big, not bold, not fruity, but try to narrow it down. Do you like red fruit, white fruit, and what kind of fruit, Ted?
I like liquid, alcohol, bold.
We have to move beyond those words, Ted. So it looks as if you're the expert here for picking the wine in the retail store. Is that right?
That's right, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I have my friend Ted here that wants to buy a bottle of wine, and he has described his palate in 3 words: bold, alcohol, and liquid.
And is he pairing it with something?
Yeah, loneliness? All right, with those 3 words that describe Ted's palate, do you feel like you can pick out a wine that really fits him?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Here you go, Leslie.
Ooh, I've made my decision.
Looks good.
Let's review your process again.
Well, here it is. Don't blink. This one has 3 left.
3 left.
$12. Perfect.
Must be a good one, right?
Everyone must love it. Just enough that it didn't sell out.
This is my friend Jack. He's actually the owner of 1010 Washington Wine and Spirits. He's gonna be our taste tester today.
The expert.
The expert.
I'm ready, and you're going down.
Yes. Shut the front door! Get out! Your method, it's still crap.
But I won.
You did it.
No way! That is fantastic! Oh my goodness, I love that. Huge thanks to 1010 Washington Wine and Spirits in Minneapolis. And check out Leslie Miller at I'mUSAWine.com. I hope her reputation is intact. Believe me, that's right, yeah. Oh, Leslie. Still ahead, everybody. Kendall takes us into the kitchen to show us what to eat the morning after Thanksgiving. She's making her monkey bread when we return. Back after this. That was good. Welcome back, everybody. Wow. Our hour of literal hot dish continues with the day after Thanksgiving. You know, we've made stuff for Thanksgiving. Now this is for the next morning. Ladies and gentlemen, say hi to Kendall once again. Hello, Kendall.
Hello. Okay.
So, what is this?
This is monkey bread. So I want to start with saying my mother-in-law is like the best cook. She's one of those people that doesn't measure things when she cooks.
Yeah.
But she knows I'm terrible and I hate it. So she was like, here's this really easy monkey bread you can make. We'll get to how I made it, but let's start over here.
Yeah, audience, let me just warn you, there's a reason why it's covered. From what I understand. I haven't seen it yet.
Diane's monkey bread tastes divine. Kendall.
Not so much. Okay, here, let's switch places. Okay,
So first up, spray bunt pan.
Okay.
This is the best demo ever.
Okay, spray bunt pan, okay.
Thank you. Jason, I need your assistance.
I would love to assist you. What can I do?
We need to add 20 rolls to this.
20 rolls?
Go ahead, clam in.
Oh, like just drop them in there?
Yeah, just drop them in.
Oh, 3, 4, 5, okay.
Yep, 6, 7, 8.
9, 10, 11.
Oh my God, this is so fun.
How many,
12,
like
13,
20?
14, 15. I said 20.
Oh, 20? Okay, and then 5 more.
But if you're me, you actually never read her directions, and you just put the whole bag in. So.
Okay. I don't even want to know.
20,
okay.
and we use Rhodes. Rhodes is like, for some reason, it just
That's the best one,
Yep.
Rhodes. Okay,
Rhodes.
and then you just dump them.
Available for like $2 anywhere.
And you dump them
in.
into, right there, you dump them into the
bunt
pan, okay?
Okay, now, before we dumped, if we wanted to, we could have added some nuts. I have a minor nut allergy, so we're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But you could if you wanted to dump some nuts. The other thing you need, this is why it's so simple. 3/4 cup brown sugar. Thank you, Aaron. I forgot to heat up the butter.
We just had to microwave the butter. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. It's hot. It's hot. Yeah.
Did you know Jordan made this? My husband made that. It's supposed to be a vase. It's that big.
It's a milk thing.
So you need a teaspoon of cinnamon, 3/4 cup brown sugar, and a stick of hot butter.
Okay.
You can either mix it all up in a bowl, or if you're like me and you don't listen to directions, you just put it in.
Okay.
Now.
But you should, just to clarify, you should mix this in a bowl before you put it with the dough.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, there's a reason, I'm just saying.
So the other minor detail that Diane makes very clear is that the big secret to this is this butterscotch, like instant pudding, but you're supposed to not get the instant pudding. You're supposed to use can we scroll down? I can read it then. No, the other way. Scroll the teleprompter.
Yeah.
You guys, this is how much I don't cook. This is like what's happening.
This is reality, everybody.
Okay.
This is sincerely reality.
It's supposed to be the serve and eat butterscotch, not instant, which is what I've been using for the last few years. But my family likes it. It's fine. They don't know the difference.
You're supposed to use it already made, and you've been using the instant?
Well, I mean, it's just supposed to be powdered.
Oh, okay.
So you put the whole thing in, and you spread it evenly.
Okay.
Is there a difference?
No, it's fine, Kendall.
Okay.
It's fine.
And then we pour, here, Jason, I want you to pour the butter.
Okay, it doesn't matter, you just pour
Just
the whole,
evenly.
this is a full stick, right?
Yep, a full
Okay.
stick of butter. That, you know, some people would mix with this. Some people, like my mother-in-law, who does it right, but
Yeah.
I just didn't.
Okay.
Because this.
But if you're not Kendall, you should mix the butter with the other
brown
stuff.
sugar, with the brown sugar and the cinnamon. And then the rest of it, you just kind of like bloop, 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 bloop. What? You just like, you just blop, blop, blop it.
Okay.
You just blop, blop, blop it.
And then normally, again, this whole you should put the mixture
Yeah, I mean,
of the butter.
hypothetically.
Hypothetically, you should put the nuts and the brown sugar and the butter mixture and the cinnamon together, mix it up, and then pour it over the dough.
So literally, there's like 3 ingredients. So it's all frozen and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then overnight, you put it on a baking sheet, and you cover it up with like beeswax paper, like I have, or Saran wrap. You just spray it because it rises, girl. Like it's like woo.
So it has.
Hello.
So this isn't a 2-hour turnover. This
no,
is
you
an
do it the
overnight.
night before. Literally though, like this part of it takes what, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
And if you're not me,
Whether
it
you're
probably
doing
takes
it
less.
the wrong way or the right way, it's 30 seconds. Yeah.
So you just leave that out overnight.
Okay.
Okay, and it'll rise. And then in the morning, you take this. I put it on a baking sheet because it does kind of go over, but you put it flat in the oven, 350 for 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
So it's like you're busy, right? Because it's Thanksgiving and holla girl. Well, okay, can I just say I made this the night before?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
So it's not quite pretty.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Diane. You're a great cook. It's my fault. But this is what you get.
It's fine.
Normally, again.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, again.
I mean, I'd eat that.
Normally, when you would tip it out, it would have the cute bunt pan line, so you can put it on like a cute plate, and it actually looks.
Oh, that
adorable.
came out of a bunt pan?
Shut up.
No, I just.
It came out of that last night, but girl, I wake up at 3:45.
I know.
couldn't make it this morning.
It's very fantastic.
Just eat it. No. You gotta eat it.
We have to go. Give it up for Kendall, everybody. We'll eat it in the next segment. Yeah, and that. All the recipes for the dishes we shared today will be on Facebook and YouTube. Just search for Jason Show TV. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back. I will tell you that in the commercial break, I ate the monkey bread, and it is in fact delicious.
Yes!
Now, when we come back, I will tell you how the audience reacted during that segment. We'll be right back, everybody. Back in a moment. So what you didn't see during Kendall's monkey bread segment was, as Kendall is not doing it the way how you're supposed to, there was a row of women in our audience who I did not know, but Aaron Schwab let me know. There's a row of women in the audience who make this recipe who were they're basically at church right now. They're basically, they left, they were praying to every religious figure.
I never said I cook.
No,
okay?
It was a disclaimer.
And it still tasted good.
It was very good, but the women that make this bread were like, no! Yeah.
You know what I actually bring to Thanksgiving? A case of Prosecco every year. So
yeah,
that's what I actually
But Ted took that. Ted took that. Hey, you know, before we go, I just want to say I love all the audiences that come here. I'm grateful that people even want to come see us. But I have to say, in 5 seasons, this is one of the best audiences we have ever had. Sincerely. Mondays, don't worry about planning. We're gonna help you out with more Thanksgiving tips on Monday. But right now, that's gonna do it for us. If you're a kid being bullied, go out there and be yourself, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll see you Monday.